This vessel, the Stavros S. Niarchos, is a 500-ton brig. The sails we use are roughly rectangular in shape, and the square rig is one of the oldest designs of rig. We know it goes back to prehistoric times in one form or another. And that's what makes this type of vessel, what is often called a tall ship, special, is the square rig. Any seaman from Nelson's Navy who set foot on board here today would completely understand how it worked and be able to set sail and manoeuvre the ship, you know, just as they could on board HMS Victory.
The name of the charity is the Tall Ship Youth Trust. Principal setup is to bring people away on an ocean-going vessel, teach them a little bit about themselves, a little bit about the marine world that actually surrounds us as well.
The most exciting thing about sailing a ship like this is feeling the vessel moving under the wind, and knowing it's just the wind pushing you along. You climb up, you set the sails, you get them in their gear, you come down below, you pull all the sails out, the wind picks up, and all of a sudden you are sailing, you are being moved through the water solely by these bloody great big sheets up there, which are pushing the boat along with the wind, and you're just using the free wind to push you along. And I just love that.
When you're standing on deck and you can feel it moving side to side a little bit, when you climb aloft it's all amplified. So as you're holding on, it's kind of swaying a bit like this. There are moments where the waves are crashing over the side and you're kind of wobbling all over the place, but there's good things to hold on to, and if you just focus on what you're doing, it's all alright.
The beauty of being on a ship like this is 1 week I can be looking out the galley door and looking at the Tower of London. The next week I can be in Newcastle. 2 months later could be in the Azores, in the Mediterranean, or Canaries. Although, like any job, the principle's the same, it's the scenery that's outside that changes and makes it that much more enjoyable.
I love what I do. Every day I go to sea, I learn something, whether it's about the individual or the ship, particularly on youth voyages. And again, it isn't just youth voyages, it also applies to adult voyages. That buzz when you have 48 kids coming on board, you can barely get a peep out of them, and then kind of 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, they're running the ship.
The personal development that young people and adults gain from sailing in a vessel like this is absolutely phenomenal. If we could bottle the change that we see in young people when they come onto our ships and sell it, we'd all be millionaires. The sense of achievement young people have from climbing the rigging in bad weather to move a sailing vessel of 500 tons from one port to another, just using your hands and yourselves, that will stay with them for their careers, for future education and for their lives.